I saw the most amazing thing on TV today. It was very inspiring. So I went out for lunch, and on the TV there, they were playing an old episode of American Gladiator, right? And it's like people that go through obstacle courses or whatever. It looked like it was from the 90s. So I don't know why this was, but in the one of the battles or whatever you call it, races that I saw, there was a white contestant and a black contestant. And the white contestant, for some reason, he got like a 20-second head start. I have no idea why that was or whatever. I was eating, so I wasn't paying it no mind. But he got like a 20-second head start. And long story short, the black contestant ended up winning the race in like this, suspenseful thing or whatever. So the white guy he got the head start, and he faltered at some point, and the black guy caught up and he pretty much beat him really bad. Now, it's interesting because when they interviewed the black guy when he won, the interviewer asked him. The interviewer said, "Well, wow, that was amazing. How did you win? Like, what went through your mind, that sort of thing?" And the guy said, "Well," he said, he saw how far ahead the other guy was ahead of him, and he knew he had the odds against him to win. But what he said was, hey, I just kept going. I just didn't give up. I saw how far ahead he was, and I didn't let that bother me. I just focused on what I needed to do to win." And I thought that was just so amazing, because in this day and age, everyone, you couldn't find a better example of the mentality that I believe that black people ought to have. Black people who believe in systemic oppression and all that stuff. That is literally what I'm trying to tell y'all. Now, y'all don't understand my approach a lot of times and my sarcasm and that sort of thing. But even when I say it plainly, I still get kickback. That's the mentality that you ought to have. Stop worrying about what the other man is doing, and you focus on what you got to do to be better for yourself. Stop looking at yourself like a victim. Stop thinking of yourself as being needy, and start genuinely believing that you have black power. Now, you can't say you have black power if you believe that the main way black people need to get ahead is by appealing to white people or appealing to the government. That's not black power. That's black weakness. Now, this guy, and even though the odds were against him, even though the white man had a head start, all he did was try his best and focused on what he needed to do, and he got the job done. And our communities, if we would develop a positive mentality to where we actually really genuinely believed in our ability, and if we stopped listening to these politicians and these so-called leaders who keep preaching victimhood. Stop listening to the people that tell you you can't do anything by yourself. Stop listening to the people that tell you that you're too weak, you're not smart enough, or the white man is too strong, the government is too strong. And the people don't say that to you directly, but when they preach victimhood, when their primary approach to improving their community is not by you exercising your own power, but by demanding something of someone else, the implications of that approach is saying that you can't do it. And I don't understand why it's so hard for y'all to understand that. You sit there and argue with me when the people that you look up to are basically telling you you can't do anything on your own. I don't understand it. People are always asking me, well, what are you doing to help? What are you doing to help? And they have this idea in their head that I have to be running some kind of organization or something like that in order to help. I'm telling you what the problem is. The problem is up here. The problem is that you don't believe in yourself. The problem is that you believe that the only way you can get ahead is by appealing to the white man and by appealing to the government. You don't believe in black power. You believe in black victimhood. You don't believe that black people are capable of improving things for themselves. You literally don't believe that. You literally do not believe that. And the people who you like their posts and you share their stuff, they are literally telling you that, and you're brainwashed by it to the point where you don't even realize how pathetic that is. So I'm giving you the solution. You have the tools. See, that's what Black Power means. Black Power means I have what I need within myself, within my community, as Black people, as a Black man. I can excel regardless of the challenges that I face and the unfairness of the system or whatever. I can shine. That's Black Power. That's a Black Power mentality. I believe that firmly. And the only thing that can hold me back, the only thing that has held me back has been myself by not exercising my power. See, now that's Black Power. That's individual power, whatever you want to call it. You know, and if you adopt that mindset that you are not going to let anything stop you, if you will adopt that mindset, if your community adopts that mindset, then the Black community around the entire country will dramatically change. You know, it's really that simple. But I'm becoming more and more convinced that people don't want to do better, that they like being victims, that they like being angry, that they like feeling sorry for themselves because it makes it easier to justify when they fail. That's the easy road out. That's being a coward, you know. So I'll say it again for the last time. If you believe that the only way that you can do better as a Black person in this country is if the white man softens up on you or if the government gives you more stuff, then you don't believe in Black Power. You believe that Black people are inferior to whites and you are a white supremacist regardless of your skin color. You don't realize that a lot of the Black people that you listen to are white supremacists. What is a white supremacist? A white supremacist is one that believes that white people are superior to others. See, you've been brainwashed into thinking that white supremacy is just about racism and hating Blacks. A white supremacist believes that white people are superior to Blacks or white superior to others. And if you believe that in this day and age that Black people don't have the mental capacity, the emotional fortitude, or anything like that to excel and overcome the challenges that they face, then you're a white supremacist. So don't get mad at me because I challenge you and I challenge myself to do better and to stop acting like little cowards, to stop acting weak. Don't get mad at me because I challenge you to exercise the power that you say you have, that I say you have. Get mad at those that say you can't. Get mad at those that say that you are inferior than the white man. You can't overcome.